So first thing I did was I was appalled at the kind of state bank I witnessed. It was like a government office. The chairs were broken and they were, say, a rope was keeping them. The almirahs of steel were, coming out. The beetle pan everywhere was there. There were clerks and assistants. There was not a single PhD in central bank. It was both physical environment as well as intellectual environment was appalling. And I said, how can I really do anything under those circumstances? So I made a draft, a strategic plan for 5 years in consultation with the deputy governors and the executive directors. But I said to myself that these are not my change agents. They are very happy with the status quo. So let me try a different tactic. I took that draft and I said I will have one-to-one conversation with all departments individually without the director being present there so that everybody can speak out. And there were some youngsters who never spoke in front of their seniors who said, this is wrong, this cannot be done, this is wrong, this cannot be done, this is what can be done. Now, the fact that I incorporated their ideas of the youngsters or the middle level gave them a lot of confidence that they used to go outside and say, oh, the governor has actually incorporated our ideas in this strategy.
The ownership.
Ownership. Yeah. So the others, with departments I would go, they will also give me that.
To give you
so by the time I finished my consultation process, the original draft had just completely disappeared and a new draft was there. In the first change management conference which I had, the 95% was against the strategic plan. But because I had created ownership of this, the implementation went very smoothly. We have state-of-the-art physical infrastructure with open spaces, with computers, with everything, which you have seen now in the State Bank. And we had people who were attached with the Reserve Bank of Australia, with the Monetary Authority of Singapore. We just said we have to get them out of State Bank. By the 6th year, the approval rating was 95% of the strategy because I empowered the people who are in the front line, who are actually doing the work rather than the top bosses, to be their own,
counting on the younger people,
counting on the younger and the middle level people to be their own masters. And they took a pride in that. When you take a pride in that, then you do what you think because this is your own idea.
So it would appear, Dr. Saab, that like one core principle of your strategy was consultation and participative decision making. Right. Over the course of your stint at the World Bank, before that in the civil service, and subsequently, for example, as the Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, how were your choices and your decisions shaped by certain values? Did you have any value set at all? Yeah. And where was that value set coming from? And what were those values?
Number one, walk the talk. If you have a hypocrisy that you are giving big lectures on integrity, honesty, and hard work, while your actions are in total contradiction to that, then you are exposed and nobody respects you. So whatever you say, and you say very carefully, you have to abide by that in your actions. That is number one.
Where is that coming from? Is it coming from your family? Is it coming from your
It
religion?
is,
Is it
no,
coming
it
from
is
your
coming,
breathing?
it is coming from my inner self, that if I want to succeed, I have to have certain values. And one of the values is that you have to be completely frank, honest as to what you want to do.
As an authentic person.
As an authentic person.
Okay.
Second is that you have to make the right choices for the right jobs. If you do that, 50% of your work is done. No favoritism, no nepotism. And I illustrate this example. My own nephew, my uncle's son, came from California with MBA. And he appeared at the competitive examination, which I held for the young officers from all over Pakistan. We used to get that. He failed that exam, right? What is the tendency in Pakistan? That all your HR people would come and say, oh, we cannot get people from California. Please relax the rule, condone him, bring him in. I said, over my dead body. The moment I do that,
it will open up a
it will open the Pandora's box.
Yeah.
How can I say to others, the politicians whom I had told, as I told you, President Musharraf, that I don't want any interference from anywhere in my affairs? How can I say that if I am doing this for my own? But that action itself stop people coming from others will not come to me.
So the principle of merit.
The merit was very important, but right person for the right job.
Right person.
And I have very much benefited from that. I give you another example. I was the head of the debt division. So my director said, we have a lot of dead wood. Your job is to clean up the dead wood. I said, let me examine what the situation is. So we had 3 units. One was which was collecting the data. The second, which was analyzing the data. And third, which was doing the dissemination work and publishing and all that. Now, each one was working in silo, but they were not synergizing their competencies. So I said, I will not go in this way. I will now form teams. So there will be a data person, there will be an analysis person, or there will be a dissemination person. And that actually improves because they're working together and they're overcoming each other's weaknesses and consolidating on the strengths. The productivity went up, and I didn't fire anyone. The confidence of my staff and the loyalty, because they were all under threat that they will all go, their motivation, their morale actually changed. So you have to find, creative solutions in order to address I could have done it like all other division chiefs do. You are out, and the World Bank, the division chief recommending to the director, you can go out because it's a contractual job, it's not a regular job. I could have taken that easy task. I said, no, everybody has some positives and some negatives. If we bring them together, then the positives and the negatives work out and offset each other. So that quality of that,
bring out the
best among
people can bring
together. So that is where I thought that selecting the right person for the right job and giving them that assignment.
So that is principle number 2.
Number 2. Number 3 is that if you have senior positions, don't align yourself with one person's viewpoint. We had a corporate management team meeting, right, every Monday morning, and we will discuss issues and then we will assign the task. Sometimes I will listen to Zahoor's idea and incorporate that in my decision. Sometimes I will listen to yours. So there was no feeling among my members of the team that Zahoor is a favorite, and every time Zahoor says and everything, that is accepted, and whatever I'm saying, nobody listens to me.
So there was no kitchen cabinet.
There was no kitchen cabinet, but the overall productivity of the organization declines because you are just taking one individual.
You're valuing the input rather than
the personality.
Yeah.
So that was thing. And when you have an executive director who's encouraged to take on his deputy governor, things open up because you're not going by hierarchy. You're going by the value of what the idea is. So if you value the idea or the proposal or the suggestion, and you may be wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that every time I was right, but at least the feeling among my corporate management team was, today my idea has not been accepted. Tomorrow, if I have, and they would work hard in order to brush up and come up with much better ideas. So you're motivating them. Now, I give you an example, and this is in the case study of LUMS also. They said in most organizations, you have youngsters coming up at the entry level through competitive exam. But they cannot make any changes because the middle level and the seniors are still beholders of the status quo. So they get frustrated. So the organization really is not benefiting from that. Some people take middle level managers and they bring them in through the lateral entry, but they are being squeezed both by the superiors, and the juniors are also not listening to them. And some people bring in on the top, and the middle level ignore them, and the juniors, because the middle level have ignored them, they don't take care. But if you have induction at all the levels, at the entry level, at the middle level, and at the senior level, and you allow your own staff to compete for those positions, your productivity goes up. Why? Only one individual will be selected for that job, but at least 8 or 10 are preparing themselves for that position. It's the process. So in the process, they improve, and so your quality of your output improves without your doing anything. So those are the kind of things that human resource, how to use that optimally. That, I think, is a very important aspect of a leader's responsibility. If you're not using them optimally, but you're using them suboptimally, then the organization is not going to, benefit from it.
Thank